Hi everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's meal kit number 62 for the week of July 21st to 24th. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of your special celebration at home. We've got a beautiful menu for you tonight, a very carnivore heavy menu for you tonight, but it's fantastic. So let us go ahead and get started. I've actually jumped ahead. I've put our duck wings in the oven at 450 degrees, or in my case, 400 degrees on convection, because convection you need to drop things down a little bit. And they've been in there for 12 minutes. And I'm going to pull them out in a second, and let's glaze them up with some of this beautiful molasses. Now, if you have not had duck wings in the past, you are in for a treat. So let me make sure I get all the ingredients here. The jalapeno and molasses glaze. Probably got more than we need here, but we like them nice and sticky. And before I do, cancel that, and we're going to put this on broil. So then it goes up to 450, even with the convection, but it's going to broil it on top. So just slather this stuff on top. There's probably more molasses glaze here than you need, so we may cut that back a little bit. We hate sending more stuff than is required because it just gets wasted, and food's very important. Now, I hope some of you guys have had the enjoyment of going out to dine in person since our stage 3 has kicked in. It's been glorious. I went out with my wife for a date night on Saturday, and it was so much fun. Our son just got a job, ironically, at a restaurant, not one of ours. And so we now know when we can go out and have a date night. It is very exciting. Okay, so I'm going to put that glaze on the side. Now, let's go ahead. Hey, Google, set a timer for 4 minutes. We're going to season our pork chop with salt and pepper. What I like to do is do one side, and then when it's in the pan, do the other side. So I'm going to turn this up, and let's see what Chef Rich says. High heat. It's going to be 45 seconds per side, and then we're going to put it in the oven pretty much when the duck wings come out. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of neutral cooking oil per person, so canola oil, or in my case, grapeseed oil, because I am a big fan. We also want to get this pan going to medium, and then we can do the coleslaw. So the coleslaw has been dressed already, but we want to add some salt and pepper to it, and our fresh mint. There we go, right in there. I need lots of tongs tonight. I'm so glad I have a variety of them. There we go. So we're going to give this coleslaw a little mix. And this week, in case you missed our announcement, we did a survey last week. We got almost 200 responses from our amazing Curated by Becta followers, guests, and we asked them what can make Curated by Becta even better. And the number one, well, the 2 top things that we heard was 2-course meal kits instead of 3-course, so that you can order more often, especially weeknights when maybe are not wanting to spoil ourselves with dessert. And the second thing is a lower minimum delivery. So we dropped it from $150 to $120 so that you can order more often without paying delivery fees. And we can drive it out to you in Orleans or Canada or Riverside South or everywhere in between. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. You can still do the Big Night In kits. You can still do the curated wine packages. You can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, you can do it hopefully more often. Now that indoor dining is open, we've got to make Curated by Becta even more compelling so that you guys keep ordering from us. All right, so the other things I've got going on, we have the sauce diab on low, and then we've got the beautiful garlic mashed potatoes. Make sure to give those a stir, and make sure to keep a lid on there. Okay, a little secret trick to make sure your pan is hot. There we go. Pan is definitely hot if the oil is splattering. So why don't we go ahead. I'm going to use these tongs and put the pork. Now these are beautiful Mariposa Farms pork loins. And it's done sous vide, sort of to rare, so that it's super tender. Once you put them in, salt and pepper on the back side. And we're only about 45 seconds on each side, and then we're going to put it in the oven. And the duck wings should be good to go soon. And in the meantime, we've got our sugar snap peas. I'm probably rushing this a little bit because the pork needs 5 minutes to rest. So I might turn this down just a touch. There we go. And Google's going to tell me when our duck wings are ready to go. So you want a nice little brown crust on the pork. There we go. Hey Google, off. There we go. So the pork is flipped over. Duck wings are looking fabulous. Woo, that is hot. So thankfully I've got a cutting board right here. Oh, wish you guys can see this. Make sure to put some parchment paper down. How to make duck wings look pretty. I don't know, man, but they are super tasty. There we go. Thankfully, I've got a big sink. And I'm going to toss with peanuts. Top with peanuts. And if you have peanut allergies, hopefully, you're not going to sprinkle these on top. There we go, looking good. Cancel, bake, to. I could probably turn this oven off at this point and have it continue to roll. Snow peas going well. Well, I'm going to turn up the mashed potatoes, as there's a lot in there. Make sure they get nice and warm. Nothing like room temperature mashed potatoes. We don't want that. Give the sauce diable a little spin. Cover back on. This is looking good. The butter is browning, in fact. So there we go. The kale's going to go in a minute. Let's see how long the pork is supposed to be in the oven. For 3 minutes. So very soon. But in the meantime, let me tell you about the delicious wine. We've got a Riesling from Ontario's original organic and biodynamic winery, Southbrook Vineyards, if you've ordered the wine pairing this week. And this is the Heather's Laundry Vineyard. That lime and mineral quality just comes through. Peach pit, just, it's glorious. You know what? Ontario Riesling, I think this is our grape, our white wine grape. It is beautiful. Gamay Noir, Pinot Noir, beautiful. Cabernet Franc for reds, but Riesling is really our key. Let me show you what you're in store for now. So there are our molasses and jalapeno glazed duck wings, done also from Meyer Farms, with the coleslaw, the mint, and the peanuts. Hope you enjoy. All right, let's get ready for main course. Then I can probably even get the dessert going on. Okay, so our snap peas are close. No, I'm going to pull those off for just a second. Because, yeah, I probably put them in a little bit too early because the pork is going to need to rest. Mashed potatoes, give it a stir. Same thing with our sauce. All right, you think it's been 3 minutes for the pork? I sure do. So let's pull that out and give it a rest. Lovely. So resting is about removing the meat from the hot pan. You can pour the sauce on top if you like. I always like to do that. A little extra juicy. But what this does is it allows the juices to run into the center of the meat, and it becomes much more tender than if you did it and sliced it and ate it right away. Okay, so while that's resting, and I know it's only 2 minutes for the kale, so why don't I go ahead and plate the delicious dessert. Tonight we've got a Meyer lemon tart with raspberry ganache and a thyme streusel. Keep it in the fridge until you're ready to plate it. Now, Meyer lemon, in case you're unaware of it, is a lemon that was crossbred in Fort Myers in Florida. And it's kind of like a cross between an orange and a lemon. So it's sweeter than a lemon, but still has that bright and yellow color to it. And also some acidity. And we've got this thyme streusel for a nice crunch. Sometimes the pieces are a little big, so you can just sort of crunch them up, put them around. I'm so grateful that you guys watch my videos. I just want to put that out there. I want to give a nice shout out to Jackie and James, who are back from a 3-week cottage break and will be having their meal for the first time. We missed you guys. It's great to have you back. They're wonderful neighbors as well as beautiful supporters of ours. All right, so let's see it. Our Meyer lemon and raspberry ganache tart. The ganache is on the bottom with our thyme streusel. There we go. Okay, so time for our kale. Give that a little stir. Good to the last drop. I've got some other tongs here, making lots of tongs dirty. But now that our son started working in a restaurant, he does the dishes a little more willingly, which is a lovely thing. Okay, don't forget to season with salt and pepper, especially with the kale. It's got some bitterness going on, and the salt happens to dampen the bitterness. Okay, while that is doing its final thing, let's start the main course plating. So, to plate, the mashed potatoes followed by the snap peas and kale. Slice your pork in 5 thick slices and place on top of your mashed potatoes, finished by the sauce diab around the plate. Okay. Oh yeah. Mashed potatoes look amazing and creamy. I'm going to just move that guy over there, turn that guy off. So you can do a variety of things, but I'm just going to basically divide them in 2. I don't know what I would do if Curated by Becca dinners didn't happen anymore. This is like the best part of my week. I had a great interview with Joanne Chianello from the CBC today. Maybe you guys have caught it. And it was wonderful talking about the future of restaurants and Curated by Becca and reopening and, you know, the tough time we're having reopening fully before our staff come back. So if you know anyone great in the restaurant industry and you want to send them our way, we would be very grateful. jobs@becta.com. You can have their resumes sent. All right, there we go. Lovely mashed potatoes. I never eat mashed potatoes. I'm so happy for Curated by Becca. Gets me going on things that I don't have too often. Okay, don't put all the kale on one plate like I just tried to do. But do spread it out so that things go on the outside as well. The pork's going to go in the middle and it's going to cover everything up, right? Lovely. I'm still undecided as to which. Oh, don't forget about the gorgeous butter stuff. Okay, pork chop. So as the chef says, 5 slices. You can slice on the bias like this. Very nice. Now, if the pork is a little pink on the inside, don't worry about it. Pork is not the way it used to be, especially when it's been raised properly. You can have a little bit of pink. I think the Americans even dropped the temperature that you're supposed to cook pork to. The thing is, if it's all super white or gray through, then you lose some of that tenderness or that flavor. It becomes very tough. Don't forget a little more seasoning on top. Voila. All of my Tong collection. And then finally, we've got our sauce diab. Now I know Chef likes to just put it around the plate, but I'm also going to put some on top. These plates are awesome. They're a pain in the ass for our servers to carry at the restaurant, but wow, do they make food look good with the big high rim. There we go. I don't even know which one's nicer. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. So there is our sous vide Mariposa pork roast, done with the sugar snap peas, kale, garlic mashed potatoes, and the sauce diab. Guys, thank you. Thanks for ordering this week. Thanks for letting us be a part of whatever special celebration you're having at home. Could be a Tuesday or I guess Wednesday night dinner, the two of you, or a big dinner party on Saturday. Whatever it is, I hope it's fabulous. I hope you enjoy, and I hope we get to do this for you again real soon.